Yeah, it's a great question. So how does IoT become ubiquitous? And I think before we even talk about technology, it's first and most important to look at what needs to be done differently to get mass adoption in the construction industry. How do these products become the standard? And Levin's whole focus has been first and foremost, number one, about doing two things. How do we make jobs easier for people so that we win engagement by everybody that touches the product from manufacturing through to the installation? And then number two is, how do we make it the lowest cost alternative in contrast to what people are doing today? And I think if we start with those two building blocks, they become the premise then of creating an environment for construction industry to adopt IoT products as being the lower cost alternative so that they can be included into every building, which then of course would set it up to be where IoT would be ubiquitous when we buy a new building.
This is fantastic. So what you're saying really is that if I was a new home buyer, that it won't cost me anything to buy a new home with all the bells and whistles that you're talking about. Is that true?
Yeah, so for home buyers today, if we want to have IoT in our homes, we have to replace every light switch, if you will, with a smart light switch. And that could cost a new home buyer anywhere between $1,600 and $2,000. But because of the way Levin separated the switch into two components and saved the wire and saved the labor, we're actually able to offer it as a lower cost alternative to home builders to include those products into every home as a standard. And then of course, all of those products are addressable from a wall switch on the phone or on the wall, your mobile device, or voice.
And one of the coolest features with this is being able to control your lighting loads with an app from Levin. And with that, we're able to turn lights all on, or we're able to turn lights all off.
So that's just with your cell phone there?
Yes.
Can you show the audience?
And when we're doing that, it's also showing us all of our switches.
And does it connect some appliances, like with the switches you can hook on your coffee maker, your toaster?
Yeah, you would be able to do that. It's basically an on-off control for now. Eventually we'll be able to do things like timers.
Dimmers?
Dimmers, yes. And then also geo-fencing for when you come home and stuff like that. Lights coming on automatically.
So that it could hook into your security system as well. Yeah, and then that would be downloadable on an app as well.
Yes, either with Google Home or Alexa.
Okay, let's go to the next step and talking about what else this IoT device or suite of devices can do.
Okay,